Broadcasting 24/7. You know that is 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. 366 if it's a leap year. TGFradio.com. We never.
No, you didn't hear me. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't think they heard that. Ooh, yeah. Came in perfect timing. Happy Thursday. Yeah. Loretta, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, our people. Definitely. We missed you last week, but we are here in full effect tonight. Full effect. That kind of felt like I love this song. This gotta be my favorite song of 2022. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the BS with Tina, Loretta and Company. We are in the building. Definitely shining the light on the brighter side. Oh, we are back in session. Yes, I missed you. I missed you more. Like school is back in session. Things have been crazy outside. Whew. Very, very crazy. I hear you. Yeah, it was like vacation and then back to life, back to reality life. Boom, boom, boom. It was kind of like I was telling you the roller coaster I was on. Right. You know, I was on a high and then it was like, we here. But we here. Yes, we are. We here. In spite of all the odds. In spite. I love it. Yes. I love that we could come back strong, resilient, more powerful, with, you know, just more knowledge, more strength. How I'm going to be better tomorrow. Definitely. You know, shout out to all the parents. Shout out to all the parents who are doing their thing, getting their kids to school on time with the necessities. Yes, exactly. A pencil and a notebook. I read a post the other day. It said, if your child has Jordans on, he better not ask my child for a pencil. Facts. I hear that. Yeah, you know, it's funny, it's sad, and then it's the truth. You know, it is what it is. But welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for always showing so much love, man. It's so much love out there. It really is. It really is. You know, and we have to intake all that because there are people who don't feel that they are loved like that. Right. And don't feel secure, you know, in who they are and love themselves. Right. You know, love themselves. Which is the hardest part. I mean, you know, because regardless of who else loves you, if you don't love yourself and you don't feel loved from within, then it's almost like a barrier from any of the love from the outside. It can't reach you. So it cannot touch you. And in relationship, you know, states it's two people, but it's like you and yourself. Right. You know, like the bad versus the good. You know, trying to, you know, battle that. Like definitely. What's right and then what feels right, or you know, just a lot of those things. But you know, that comes with knowledge and experience and conversation. Definitely, and creating that awareness within yourself too. You know, which side you want to go with. Because I mean, sometimes I'll be having an argument with myself. Like something will happen, and then one side of myself is like, "Why did you do that?" And then the other side, I'm like, "Who you talking to like that? Don't talk to me like that, all right? I'm doing the best I can." Tomorrow is a different day. He already knows what I'm doing. Yeah, but it's a battle. You know, it's a struggle, and you know, we say shout out to the parents, you know, who are doing their thing, and shout out to the parents who you know are struggling with their children for whatever reason it is. Right. You know what I mean? Mental health is so invasive right now. You know, disabilities and sicknesses and you know, just instability, you know, just not knowing, you know, it's a lot. But shout out to my family. We just came from a beautiful vacation. Yes, celebrating my so fun. Yes, it was amazing. And you know, relationships, talking about relationships is like we build those things together. So even when we are wherever we are in our hardest times, we enjoy each other and have a good time. So, that's just times 10, of course. But it's building, it's loving, and it's understanding one another. And we were living in one home right. for 7 days. So it's like you feel those things, and it's like it's just a lot being with your family, but there's just so much love overall. Right. And we have conversations, and we vibe, and we learn who we are as adults. Right. Separated definitely. From,
Well, you definitely have a beautiful family. I mean, I know, like for William's birthday, the celebration, I was able to be around you and your family, and it was like I was just observing. And it's like everybody was happy, you know what I mean? And it made me want to be a part of that environment. It's like, this is where I want to be, where the happy people are at, enjoying themselves. Exactly. And she looked fabulous when we had gone up to your mother's house, and then we came back down, and then we sang happy birthday, and I found out she was 50. I had to go up to her. I'm like, girl, I never would have guessed that in a million years. Absolutely. That's good genes.
Said, Ma, Titi's 50?
Yeah, looking fabulous.
I don't know. I think her birth certificate is wrong. Yeah, my family, and it's because, it's love, it's light, and it's prayer. It's just like giving what we want to get.
Absolutely.
And we all have our differences, and we all, share like different walks of life.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's like we're family.
Right,
we come together, and none of that shit matters.
Right, because when you come together, it's a time of celebration. So all that extra stuff can be checked at the door.
When we go, like, we go through our sad times, when it's like through death and sicknesses and just things that we have to go through, we still bond, and we still, try, separate the things that bother us.
Right.
Opposed to what's happening and how we're going to move forward. And that's why I think that, we are so, close and connected and understand, because when we don't understand, we just try to, or we just separate. We don't judge, I was saying, that my mom just never gave up on us or her children. Right. She was just like, or her brothers and sisters, like no matter what they were going through, what they, in the 80s, the drugs, the outside was outside.
Yes, definitely.
And she just stuck to it. She just stuck with them, and they overcame those things, and some didn't, and it was just nothing was lost. It was like, that's your family, and you stick together, and that's it. Like, if you can love outside and deal with other people, you can deal with these people, and give or take, of course.
Right.
Some families and some people are people.
Exactly, people are people. And I mean, sometimes it takes a little bit of time. You know what I mean? Like sometimes
and separation.
Exactly, within family, sometimes you got to bump heads a few times before you can reach an understanding.
Yes, and you have to just separate yourself and be like, okay, you're not doing the things that I'm doing, so I'm not going to. But belittling and talking down and putting down. If you're gonna do anything, just help. Or try to help as much as you can. We never wanted to feed the drug or want you to do the worst thing, but it was like, if you, instead of you going out to steal or do something else, we'd rather give it to you, and it is deeper than that, but we just don't give up. We just we family, we stick together, and whatever we deal with, we talk about that shit. Talk talking this weekend, cousin, she wants to be a he. Or she, she decided, I'm not really exactly sure. And that was basically the conversation. Like, we're not sure, but we're willing to or try to understand.
Right.
Because we know about that. It's been for thousands of years, and we've had it in my family forever. So, my aunt was a transvestite. She was born Julio. And she died as Yolanda. And this was back in the 80s. And I knew this when I was like 13, 14. And we just accepted it. It was just who they were. That's it. My cousin is a butch. like a dyke, she has a girlfriend, and she dressed with the baggy pants, like that's just who she was. We just knew it. My cousin's gay, the other one's, a lesbian, a bisexual, whatever it is, and it just was. Now it just a little gets more complicated with the extra stuff, but
definitely
they just, my brother's gay. It's just we knew he was gay. He was like 16, and he's 55 years old. He's married, and he has a happy life, and we just accepted it. But it was just what they did. It was not exploited. It was not for the world. It was not like, look at who I am.
Right.
So that's what gets complicated with what's going on now.
I know. I definitely agree. Because, I feel like at the end of the day, it's a sexual matter. You know what I mean? So why is sexual stuff so on Front Street? But that could be said about
I get what I do.
Right. And that could be said for whether people are gay or straight.
Absolutely.
Because everywhere you look, it's like sex. I'm like, give me a break already. I got 3 kids.
Yeah, like my mom didn't want to see my brother didn't want to see my brother kiss a boy, but she didn't want my sister. She didn't want to see my sister kiss a boy either.
Right.
Like she didn't want. It was just not the appropriate time or age, or it's just like not for you. That like you're a lady in the streets, but a freaking shit. Like do what you do on your own time, basically.
Right.
But that's where we are today, and we just trying to get it. But it is what it is. And I asked that question today on Instagram a little while ago, like, what age is appropriate for a teen or a young adult, you think, to have a boyfriend or girlfriend? Like, to date, period.
Right, to date. I feel like, I guess around like 16 or so is where we really start thinking we're grown as hell. So, I guess at that point is where we're kind of like, it's okay to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Any younger than that, it's like, you don't know what you're doing. It's nothing wrong with having a crush on somebody or something like that. But, I feel like under 16, cool your britches, sit down.
Slow down. Like, there's no reason for you to even be thinking about
exactly.
Exactly,
because you still got dolls and superheroes in the room. Stop.
So slow down. Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm like, my son's 13. I don't want him to date.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even whatever he chooses is not the time.
Right, exactly.
Reading books. There's so many other things that we could be doing, and like you said, it's sexual. It's like, to me too. I think the same thing. Mm-hmm. My opinion is that it's to feel something. So, like, I think that a lot of people, or just running around just trying to feel that feeling, opposed to actually know what they love, what they like, what their interest.
Right.
With men and women, just generally relationships. There's a lot of, like, unfortunately lost souls. And I think that I have tattoos that I didn't that I regret when I was 16. So I'm like, relationships, like, even my son now, he's 20, he's in a relationship, and I'm like, it will probably, but just, always have it that it may not, and so that it doesn't break you down. Like, it just, and that's probably it's probably a bad trait too. Always having, like, the doubt that something could work,
right,
opposed to having that, but it's just like, who wants to feel like, I don't want to feel lost. I felt that before.
Of course, so have I.
Yes.
And it don't feel good. And it takes a long time to find yourself again after that. That's really the hard part.
Where is she?
Yeah, who the hell is she?
Who is she? Where I'm trying to figure that out every single day, and I think we all are. And,
absolutely.
And I'm sure there are older people and younger people, and and it gets messy in this gigantic world, or gigantic. But it's taking so deep to find that comfortability.
Right.
Somebody thought so too. You could call us up. What's the number? 347-721-3161.
That's right. Call us up.
Call us up.
We would love to talk to you.
Talk about it. Let me see what I have here. Going back to school, the expense.
Yes.
Expenses are crazy. I mean, I think that's the main topic now. Expense, especially here. We were in Florida, Davenport, and the I don't know if I can say names, but Aldi's, one of the supermarkets, like cheaper than it is over here.
Right.
I mean, way cheaper, and it was just insane. When we went the day we left, Wednesday, it was the cab there $50.
Okay.
When we got to the airport, it was for the bag check.
Right.
$35 each.
Right.
Because there was a discrepancy. $70 plus, I don't know, $24 for a pizza and
right while you waiting. Right.
You can't take the stuff that you went with in your bag. No. You got to buy it over there at the airport. So, it's just everything. And the parks they're beautiful and everything. It's just such a wonderful experience.
Yes.
But if you don't have a wonderful family like mine, and they are able to participate and my sister just, she does all the planning and she's that person.
Right.
I would not be doing those things at all. I wouldn't be the one planning anything, but I'm the one that goes. I'm like with the program,
right?
Not with the program, but I'm blessed to have that. And so it's just like such a wonderful thing. But at the end of the day, is like you have to be getting it.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to get it.
Definitely.
Where is it? Because we got to get it. Because I want to do those things.
And
those experiences are fucking amazing.
Definitely, absolutely.
And the life.
Absolutely.
To be honest, I don't even really think I want to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Getting up this morning after that wonderful experience and dealing with the first day of high school.
Yes. I experienced the same thing this week too. My daughter just started high school.
High school, how was that for you?
It's weird because it's like this kid's in high school. Wait, really?
What happened?
So,
but how was the transition? How was getting her there and admission and everything is smooth?
Yeah, everything went pretty smoothly. I mean, she seems excited about it, ready to, I guess, move on to that next chapter, feeling good like she's growing up, So, I mean, I'm excited for her. I feel like it's going to be a great year because we had like a rough couple of years these last 2 years of school, you know what I mean, with COVID, everything else, and then just getting back into the swing of things with last school year. So now I feel like, okay, this year hopefully will be something regular or normal, whatever that means.
The new normal.
Yeah, because I don't even know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot. I had a bad experience. I don't really like high school anymore. Not for me, not for him.
Right.
It was just a lot. I dropped him off, I don't know, 8:30 and 9:30. He's like, "Ma, pick me up. I can't do this.
Wow.
Ma, I can't do this." And it's like, it was rowdy, a lot of noise. I'm like, what's happening? And he's like, "Ma, please, just come pick me up." And I'm like,
yeah, you're like, what do I do?
Yeah. I'm on vacation. This is my first day back. I cannot miss, but I can miss.
Right.
I'm coming to pick you up right now. And I get there, get to the guidance, the main office and speak to the counselor. And she's like, "Oh, he said he had an appointment." I'm like, "Yeah, we have an appointment. We have an appointment to see another school."
Right.
They searched me, Loretta. Everything. Took all my jewelry, my earrings. And this is protocol, right? I guess it's the new norm.
Right.
It was a lot.
That definitely sounds like a lot. It's something because, I moved to Jersey as a kid, and that was one of the things that I was grateful for, that I did not have a high school experience in New York City.
It was good over there?
Yeah, we didn't have metal detectors. It was like, like TV, the football fields in the back of the school. Like, beautiful. People are, the worst thing going on is people kissing in the bathroom, not where people are trying to kill you. You got to watch your back and walking through.
I want that for him. Yeah, I want that for him. It was not good, and somebody, a child. I mean, someone got killed yesterday in school. 15 years old.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, in Brooklyn. So I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
So I'm just gonna figure it out, and it's a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. It's definitely a lot because
this new world is a lot. There was like no control.
Mm-hmm.
There was just like children everywhere, and I'm like, they're searching at the door.
Right.
But what happened with?
Right. Absolutely.
This is where they are. And what's sad to me is that there's not enough like guidance. There's not enough counseling. There's not enough, like the extracurricular activity should be a counseling service, a counseling session, or talking to the kids just about life, about things that they're going through.
Right, exactly. What's going on at home and stuff like that. And I mean, within reason, not to be all up in your business, but do you feel safe? What's going on? How you feeling?
Gender change, and how you refer to certain people, and how, sensitivity training, just things that are important in this world today.
Right.
And, I try my best, with boys.
Right.
And I'm like, you gotta be rough and tough, but then again, it's like, you're not about that life, so you gotta stay back. But then those are the ones that they target.
Right.
So it's just different. Because my oldest son graduated from there, and it was not like that. So it was a totally different experience.
Wow.
And it was a lot today. And so we went to another school, and we went to Fulton Street, and we went downtown, and we went to a couple of places to figure out where he could go, to a different school.
Right.
Like, that's just like you said, you went to Jersey and you had this experience, and he needs a different experience. Absolutely. I'm not sure if we're going to go that far, but yet, but whatever it takes, to be honest. And yeah, that's what it is, because we can't let them take us down.
Absolutely not.
We cannot let, society dictate or tell us where and what, it's like, this is your zone school. This is the only place you could go. Right. No, absolutely not. Actually, I'm going to talk to somebody else, because I say no to this.
Absolutely. And I mean, there's a solution to every problem. You know what I mean? It's up to us to really find it. Yeah, that's it. To recognize that I don't care what you're saying. This is not for me. No. And I'm going to go find what's for me.
Yes.
Because people try to classify you, put you in all sorts of boxes and make you think that that's where you belong. No. You decide where you belong.
I'm going to tell you. And today is what I say.
That's right.
Is what I say. Like,
that's right.
And we all have a voice, and everyone's speaking up. And I'm not gonna do that. And he was not with it either. Like, he's not like, Mom, good. And at first, I'm like, I dropped him off. Like, we going to school.
Right.
We here. We with the caddy. We outside. We letting the people know we here.
Right.
Like, no. And then it's extra. It was like. It's like juvenile detention.
Yeah.
Delinquent. No. It's a setup. It's a setup. They need to separate these kids and talk to them and see where they need to be. It was like the handshakes and the this and the that. And like, listen, by all means, it's not the time on the place. You got to figure it out.
Right.
You got to figure it out. Where's the authorities? He walking up to school. No, he's the kid that died in front of school. Like, no. Before it even happens, we can't prevent everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? We can't stop everything, but we can prevent, and we can try our best. And I'm not gonna put him in that danger. So those parents out there, you don't feel like your child is in a good position, in a good school, and like they're not receiving the services that they need. I work for the DOE, and I'll say it myself. Get the help that you need.
Right. Absolutely.
Make that phone call, visit, knock on doors. We here.
Yes, exactly.
Send those emails. Like I'm just not settling for that. No way at all. How you feeling, Loretta?
I'm feeling good. A little tired though, because I mean, my kids started school on Tuesday, so that's always
That's
like a bit of
early.
a transition, like readjusting to these hours and the structure. But I'm actually grateful for the structure because I feel like throughout the summer, it's like all me trying to keep the structure and
Trying to keep everything together.
yeah, after a while it gets a little tiresome. So now I'm like, okay, there's a structure already in place with
I've seen people outside 7:30 a.m.
Yeah,
with the kids.
so exactly. So I'm like, we just go with the rush.
No, absolutely, and it's good for them. They learn, and we pray that everything is smooth,
Right, exactly.
but they're able to socialize and vibe with other people and not just be home with us.
Exactly.
Mama, boy.
I'm hungry.
All day. I got grown boys. They be with mom. Mom cooks all day. She's like, "Este muchacho comen tanto." I'm like, "Yeah, because breakfast, lunch, and dinner
Yeah.
back in cool.
Wow.
Back in cool. They have it lovely over there. Yeah, they had it lovely on the vacation. They were chilling,
I bet.
chillaxing all week. But we were just vibing, talking, and we saw my brother. Shout out to my brother. My brother be listening in Florida, and my sister-in-law Josie. We had a good old time.
Nice.
Yeah, it's always good to get with family, especially when it's not for a bad.
Absolutely.
Time.
Exactly.
At one point in our lives, that was, it. But, we try to get together more often than usual. My nephew's having another baby.
Yes.
We talked about
Yes. That is so exciting.
It is
Yes.
exciting. Another little tiny. They so cute when they tiny.
They
And
are.
then they grow up to be like us. Yeah.
Yes.
Then they grow up to be like us, man. So what's up, Loretta? How those intentions going?
They are going well. I mean, I'm still writing them. Intention of the Day, Volume 1, is now available in paperback. So that's available on Amazon, which I'm really excited about because, that first volume are the first intentions that I wrote. So they're really a useful tool for people to get unstuck. You know what I mean? It's part of the beginning of my journey
Stages, yeah.
that helped me to get my mind beyond the circumstances that were killing me.
Reading that.
It's so interesting because it's like I know that right now I'm not that person, but this was how I got to be here where I am now. So I definitely recognize that it will help people and really the solution to our problems is just outside of our comfort zone. And the more we stay stuck in our comfort zone looking at the problem, then we're going to be stuck with the problem. So the first step is really to begin thinking thoughts that are a little beyond the problem, not too far where it's like this don't make sense to me, but just far enough where it's changing your perspective. So make sure you go get Intention of the Day Volume 1 because it's very, very valuable, and I put a lot of work, effort, and time into really just transforming myself and sharing it with people. So, it's all about you and you living your best life. But on that note, let's share the intention of the day.
And what is your best life to you?
To me, I mean, I believe that my best life is about freedom, all about freedom. And I don't mean I just go and act a fool and whatever.
Not free life.
Right. Or things that are self-destructive, because freedom is not about, let me go and do a bunch of things that are going to end in my demise. Exactly. Yeah. I can't stand YOLO, actually, because I'm like, that's what people say who are not trying to live their best life. They just want to do whatever they want to do right now.
You just try to be irresponsible.
Exactly.
We don't do irresponsible.
Exactly. Exactly.
We love you, Drake, but we don't do irresponsible.
Right. Nah, but it's true freedom is really about being able to do what you want with your time, spend your time with people that you love, go where you want to go, feel how you want to feel, act how you want to act, and having the security in yourself to be able to do that. You know what I mean? It took me a long time to really build myself up enough where I could even speak like this and say what I really think, you know? Yeah, freely, exactly. And recognizing that there's value in it, you know? So
and not giving up what people say or think.
Exactly.
Or exactly. And like, oh, you shouldn't do that.
No, because when we cater ourselves too much to other people, that causes a stress in us. You know what I'm saying? That is stressful because it's almost like you're putting a cap on who you are and it's trying to bubble over, but you won't let it out. And then you're walking around all the time with this inner turmoil, and that impacts everything, your relationships, the way you feel about yourself, your health. And it's really not worth it. You know, you living your best self and your best life and truly being happy is what will benefit other people. Like, people want to be around happy people. People need to be around happy people, you know? So it's definitely like, that's how you make your greatest impact, by you being happy.
I don't want to be around no one that is like droopy and sad. No, like, talking about it, what happened, what's going on, how we could figure it out, and how we could, you know. And there are things, and we talk about this, that are inevitable and that we cannot control and that are out of our control, and things that just damper us, sickness and death and sadness and just depression and real mental health, you know, situations. Mm-hmm. Ultimately is like, okay, what we're gonna do about this, right? Like, how we're gonna figure out how we're gonna get to the next step. You know, like you said, there's a solution to every problem, and that's where I am, because I'm like, let's figure it out,
right?
Straight to the point.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not doing. I talk a lot, and I talk to everyone. It's not like I'm just here talking. I talk to my children. We have conversations. We sit back. We talk. What happened? How are you feeling? You know, what was the worst day? You know, what was the worst time today? What was the best time? Like, we always get to the bottom of it. We're gonna know what we feel and feel it.
Right, exactly.
It's okay to feel it. It's okay to feel sad and depressed and emotion, you know, every type of emotion. But you have to figure out how you feel and then get to the bottom of it.
Exactly.
And then when you get to the joy, like you said, and the happiness and the good times, you bring that, you know, to your highest vibration.
Right.
But you feel those things that you have to feel.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to allow yourself to feel them. Otherwise, you're suppressing it and you're carrying that. You know what I mean? When you allow yourself to feel it, then you let it out, you release it so you can move on. But you're never going to move on.
I guess we all do, right?
Yeah, for a long time, you know, and I mean, you know, just being a mom, there's so many responsibilities and so many things that you have to carry. So, I mean, for me, I looked at it like, oh, you got to take it like a G. We don't got time for this. How you feel? Sad, hurt, sick? Okay, get to work.
That's probably the first. That's probably not the first, but like after the first video that I saw of you, when Khalil, I guess, was in the hospital, mm-hmm. and you were in the car and you were like something about the doctor, and the doctor said, you know, you have to leave, and you was like, to make yourself better. Right. Like, you could not be there,
right,
depleting yourself, you know, no energy, and still doing what you had to do as a mom. Like,
right, exactly.
Doing what you had to do was going home, getting rest, eating, making sure everything was situated. So then, and that was something that just like really activated something in my mind. And I was, you know, I had you on it right after that.
Yes.
And I was actually writing something not too long ago. And I think I have read it to you. And it was something about, you know, in that sort of manner about 40 years of experience in life has taught me many lessons. But most importantly, I've learned. In 2018, I had an epiphany. Was it 2018 that year? When was the year that you said?
2020.
Oh, it was 2020.
Yep.
I had an epiphany. as that was the year I became attentive to my own feelings rather than the opinions and thoughts of others. Throughout that time, I began to put myself first. And to be honest, some may disagree that I ever put myself secondary to any, but that is where the process of me learning myself began. So, thinking about that time, it was like, it was such a difficult period
Right.
to come to within myself, but to still please other people
Right.
as I had been, which they thought I didn't, or which, that wasn't in their mind. You ever felt like that?
I mean, yeah, I know, like with my oldest daughter, I feel like everything, I mean, I had her at 18, so I felt like everything I've ever done was for her, was about her, was to make sure she was good. And then to come to a point where she felt like I never listened to her, that was like earth shattering to me. You know what I mean? And throughout my own healing, I came to realize that she felt like that because that was the way I addressed myself. If I didn't feel well, it doesn't matter. You can do it. You can make it through. Let me throw some words of encouragement on you and you get on your way.
Oh, yeah.
So then that was the pattern that I was modeling to my children. So she's telling me something's wrong and I'm telling her, oh, you're okay. You got this. So after years of that, it equated to her feeling like, yo, you don't listen to me. You don't hear my feelings. And that was devastating for me because it's like, yo, I'm looking at it like everything I do is about you. Everything is for you. There's not a thought in my mind that you don't revolve all the way around it. And every day I'm getting up and it's all about you.
Wow. How did you discover that? That's the transition, like that's the way she was transmitting that information to you.
Well, I mean, once I began going through like my own healing and really just realizing, okay, I need a whole new approach to life because what I've been doing is killing me. So I got to do things differently. And with that, I was really beginning to be more aware of myself and how I was feeling. And that taught me that you have to listen to what people are telling you they feel. It doesn't matter what you think about it, how you think, that looks, or if they're saying this hurts and to you it looks like it don't hurt, you can't act like it don't hurt because they just express that to you.
I didn't do that to you. How are you going to say you feel like that?
So that really taught me to start listening to people and to validate whatever it is they're saying that they feel. And it doesn't mean that I have to start getting all stressed out to fix it or that I have to start feeling guilty like it's my fault. No, it's about hearing them and then together trying to find some sort of solution if you care about that person, So that made me really have to take a long, hard look at myself because it's like, other people would say, oh, you're a good parent. But the person that you're parenting is like, yo, you do not listen to me.
I'm saying I'm a good parent, but that's like saying I'm an overachiever.
Right, exactly. And I mean, my daughter and I, we have a great relationship, because whenever she would bring something to me like that, I would do my best to rectify it. And now, being in a better mental state, I really do hear her. And I make that very clear.
Yes. That's the brightest side.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's all a process. You know what I mean?
Every single moment, every single day, it's a process. As if you're sitting at a restaurant and you're frustrated with the waiter, or with the time that you're sitting there, or that the fact that it could be for many reasons.
Right, absolutely.
1,001 reasons. But yourself, letting the person take you out of character or allowing yourself to be at any state that person is in,
right,
is no control of yourself. I'll sit there like this.
Right, exactly.
Later on, I want to speak to a manager. You're not getting a tip. It's just we'll deal with it. But it's just like you overreacting.
Absolutely.
And not understanding and not grasping what the person or whom or what or where or how, because people are just going through things.
That's it. That's really it.
People are just going through things every single day. It's like, the bitch driving. She was wilding, and I'm like, I'm not getting crazy,
right?
Because it's crazy outside. Like you just hear the news, you hear everything going on. I'm good. Sorry, Ma. I'm sorry. I'm not Russian.
Right.
I'm Puerto Rican. I'm not doing it. Like so you have to pick and choose battles.
Absolutely.
Like we have to put more energy into positivity. How are we gonna fix things? How are we gonna, not into that negative stuff? Because you're dealing with negativity and then downplaying things, and you can't do this, and I don't think that, and no parts.
I agree.
Far away. Stay far away from me, because it's just not enough room for that.
Right.
We out here trying to grow.
That's glow. It. Exactly.
Where you at? Where the people at? Where you at? You have to come see us. You can come see us here every Thursday at 9 p.m. DTF Radio.
Yes, definitely.
Or at Haven Lounge, because Kid, I have to go see Kid. I haven't seen him in like a week and a half. No, 2 weeks actually. And actually someone passed away, one of our people's, Junior. He used to always go to the bar, yeah. Shout out to Junior and the family.
Yeah,
and
my condolences.
Yeah, absolutely. But we having a Halloween.
Yes, the 29th of October.
Yes, your birthday, my birthday, Mom's birthday. We celebrating all the birthdays. So put it in your calendar. October 29th, that's Saturday, 10 p.m. Come with your Halloween costume. Or your masquerade, or your Moulin Rouge, or whatever it is that you feel like wearing.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good old time and celebrate life. Is what I love to do.
Definitely.
Every single day. I'll be by myself celebrating life.
I hear that because I know the same for me. Every day I tell myself, okay, celebrate your victory. Pick which one you celebrating right now. It's like, that I got the kids to school on time. Let me give myself a standing ovation. Yeah, exactly. Yes. No, and that's the thing, that feeds us. That makes you feel good about yourself, and it helps you to get stronger to accomplish the next hurdle.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because you're like, okay, I did that. I celebrated myself for it, and now I feel good enough to face this other thing.
Something that's good.
Right.
Right? Because we're not celebrating nonsense. But the good things we celebrate.
Definitely.
And when it's nonsense, you acknowledge it, so that you can take care of it. If it's something you don't want to deal with, if it's a mistake, if it's something, you have to try not to do it again.
Right.
And not dwell on it. So we don't have no regrets.
Definitely. And that's one of the main things. Not dwell on it. And the main key to doing that is forgiving yourself. You know what I'm saying? Recognizing that for the most part, most of the time, we're not going around trying to fuck shit up. Like, that's usually not the intention, no matter how bad whatever happened was. So it's like really about forgiving yourself for.
Sometimes I'm trying to fuck shit up.
She's flipping over tables. She's like, I don't care.
No, I mean, it's just reaction.
Right.
But I'm working on it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, working on it and letting go of what already happened. You can't change that. You could just move forward a little better.
And sometimes I address it. Not sometimes. I always address it. I'm like, this is what it is. And then something happens. And then sometimes I blow my top. And then I'm like, okay,
right.
You see why?
Right.
So then they're getting it.
Right.
Sometimes people have to get it to get it.
I definitely agree.
Not violence or anything, but I will hurt your feelings. Ooh, I will hurt your feelings so bad. And like but it's not just for no reason.
Right.
That person is like, or the people are thinking like, oh, I fucked up.
Right.
I said
right. You pushed too far.
I'm a Libra. Balance, baby. Mm-hmm. Balance. You keep up with it, we good.
Right.
You lean too much to the left, too much to the right, we got a fucking problem. And it is what it is.
Right.
But I'm keeping this brighter side shit. Like, we on the brighter side. Like, I'm moving forward. We positive. Be positive in the building. Yeah, and we ignoring that, but we are positive,
Right.
and we have to do the things that make us happy.
Absolutely.
Wherever our heart takes us, as far as it goes, the things that are going to elevate us and put us in a dimension, that is nothing but high frequency.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
I don't understand. Like, call it what you want. I don't understand nothing more. I'm not following a wave and things that like are popping. And,
Right.
It's cool. I'm not doing that. This is what it is.
Right. No, I fully agree. I fully agree.
That's why
that is exactly why we're here. Because that's what it's really all about. It's like we're living this shit. You know what I mean? Life. And I know for myself, it's all about positivity and empowerment. And I've developed my whole lifestyle around that. You know what I mean? So that way I know that in whatever circumstance I find myself, I'm not contributing to the negativity. I'm not. So
setting goals and setting goals.
Exactly.
Call it what you want.
That's it.
I like the way that sounds. I said it. Shout out to all our guests.
Definitely.
All of our guests.
Definitely.
Man, they are like, there's so many of them. I'm about to start putting clips up because y'all got to see the dope and amazing guests that we have. Follow our YouTube page, The Brighter Side.
Yes.
Right? The Brighter Side. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it under somewhere right there. Yeah, we have some amazing people with like dope stories and they're doing things, and it's just like, I mean, I feel blessed. I'm gonna take this motherfucking moment right now to say how blessed I feel, to tell you guys how I feel. Like, these are things that I take with me daily, momentarily, and just appreciate, because tomorrow it is what it is.
Exactly. And that's what they told me. That's what it is. That's what it is. And that's why, it's so important to cherish the good things, cherish the good people, That way you could keep those thoughts, those memories, those connections in your back pocket. When shit starts going left, you could pull that out and start looking at it, remembering the good stuff. So you don't have to go left with the situation. You can stay right where you are.
Text a motherfucker like, you remember this too?
Right.
Yes. Cagney and Lacey.
Yes.
She sent me the Cagney and Lacey, and I was looking, and I'm like, let me go back. So I know there was two detectives. Go back to Google. That shit was like Teen.
Tyne. Yep.
Tyne and Loretta. I'm like, what?
Yes. I was like, we really are Cagney and Lacey.
We got
right, all day.
Every day is the BS. That's a Brooklyn style, Bed-Stuy. What else?
Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. Like boom shakalaka. Man, you where you can follow us. Beyonce knows it all. My mom says I don't know much, but I love that lady so much.
Definitely. Shout out to moms.
Yeah, shout out to moms. She's something else. She's a piece of fucking work, but it is what it is.
Yes.
It is. We two grown women. And I'm like, Mom, don't play with me.
Right.
Mom, stop. And she's like, bitch, I will fuck you up. And she definitely would. My mom don't play no games. But I love that shit, though, because it is grounding me who I am today. And I know who she is.
Right.
And I fear that shit.
Right.
And I have my kids the same way. You love me, but you're going to fear me. I'm like, what you say? I ain't saying nothing.
Right. Exactly. That's right.
We're not doing none of that. Not here. Not today. Not on this side. Not on the brighter side, because that was on the truth. Loretta, where they could find you, my girl?
Okay, so this weekend, actually Saturday and Sunday, is the 11th annual New York City Poetry Festival, which I'm super excited. It's on Governor's Island. Yes, it's on Governor's Island Saturday and Sunday, and it's by the New York Poetry Society. So they put together this event with hundreds of amazing poets. And so I will be doing a poetry reading on Saturday at the Algonquin stage at 11 a.m. So it's a free event. You do have to register just so they could keep a head count.
Yes.
But the tickets for the ferry, I believe, are $4. So that's really all you have to pay for.
We outside.
Yes, so come see me Saturday the 10th.
The 10th
On Governor's Island at 11 a.m.
Oh,
so I'm one of the first groups that goes on. So
outside.
yes, definitely.
Right, I'll call you in the morning.
I'm super excited about it. To just really be, able to be on their platform.
What are you going to do? Intentions?
I'm going to share a poem. Yes. Because I do write poetry, so I'm like, oh, okay, my resume is getting longer by the day, But I recognize that it's really, for me, it's really all about words. Any way I can use words, whether it's a speech, whether it's talking here, a poem, a rap, any way I can use words to speak life to people, I am with it. So make sure you check it out. You can find out all the information on the New York Poetry Society's website.
And you're going to post it?
Yes, I will. I posted a flyer on my page, but I'm going to post it again tomorrow. So come out. It should be a great time. And, it's like the end of the summer festival. So it's probably going to be one of the last times in the outdoors.
So let's go.
Governor's Island is beautiful, so come have fun with us. Yes, meet some amazing people, hear some amazing poetry, and see me.
Absolutely, that's gonna be gorgeous. I love it.
Definitely,
we're gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. We're gonna bring the kids.
Yes,
that's a beautiful view. Nice ambiance. We're gonna be outside.
Definitely.
Come check us out. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the BS with Tina, Loretta, and company.
Yes. Oh, the intention. Let's do that.
Oh, let's go.
Almost forgot.
Yes.
Just kept on talking. So the intention of the day is I find the strength and courage to speak my mind because I recognize that the love and ideas within me are meant to be shared to help others heal. I release my creativity into the world. So one more time. I find the strength and courage to speak my mind because I recognize that the love and ideas within me are meant to be shared to help others heal. I release my creativity into the world. So
if that wasn't perfect for tonight's show, I don't know what is. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing.
Yes. Peace.
For a verse, disrespect my name, I try my best to put him in the dirt. You ain't still under the